Hello, this is Gavin from Warped Insanity, and I'm here to talk about some Rainbow Six Siege and just basic map knowledge. I've been playing this game for about a year, and I fell in love with it. It's absolutely amazing, and most people that try to get into it have tons and tons of problems. So I'm hoping to go over this with my friend Roscoe.
Hi, everybody.
He is a little iffy on the game, but he definitely wants to get into it, and I'm going to talk about a few things, like kill holes and flanking, basic camera placements and, moving on them, peeking outside, which helps killing those enemies before they even get to the objective, stopping them from peeking, and this one's a huge one, is basic enemy pathing and where they're going to be. And a few tricks that I've come across, knowing just where people are, angles, stuff like that. So most of this is about defending. There's a few things that we'll go over for attacking, but we'll mainly start with the kill holes. So Rainbow Six Siege is not just like any shooter. It's more modern, a little bit risky because maps are randomly picked. You don't get to choose, and same thing as the objective. It's always an objective base, so it's not meant for just killing. And a huge thing about the maps are they are very destructible, and this really helps for surprising your enemy. This game's very dirty, very, very, very dirty, and Ross has seen most of this footage already, and he can totally agree that some of the stuff just is cruel. Like right here, I'm on the stairs, just hidden right behind, and they have no clue. This can also be used for verticality, right? Just because you can shoot through walls, which you can, doesn't mean you can't shoot through the flooring, and that's a huge thing, because there's sometimes you want to be completely out of the sight and you want to get that kill. Sometimes it's not. It's easier said than done sometimes, but yeah. A huge part is trying to find those little spots, and that's what's so great is every time you play against new people, you'll find new little kill holes that people have placed. It can be like under a desk that's just right behind a stairwell, right? Cool little things like that. My next thing I'm going to talk about is flanking, and map knowledge is going to help hugely on, making your way around. Like if you're in a situation against a guy with a shield, there's nothing you can do with that shotgun. It's not going to hit, right? So by knowing where drop hatches are, you can just quickly pop in behind the enemy, put a few shots in, maybe kill him, and even drop down another one. And people with shields are not going to rush down. They're not going to jump down because they don't know where you are anymore. And it gives you the chance to take them out on their hesitation.
The sneaky part of this game is really what attracts me to it, because it's very cerebral.
Yes, it is. It's not just about shooting. That's the best part. It's strategizing. Like right here, I sneak up, and this is live gameplay. The other stuff prior that one little bit wasn't, but I just end up sneaking right behind the two guys that are trying to push from a certain angle, and they just get destroyed. Another huge thing is shooting the cameras outside and inside. Not every map has them outside, but most of them do. I think the plane's the only one, but it helps you know where to push and to place your body on the certain walls and certain windows and certain doorways. Right here, you can see I knew he was over there, but I end up hearing somebody else blow through the wall, so I quickly listen for the movement, and I wait until they actually run in.
Wow, you can totally see that guy.
Yeah, you can completely see them, which is awesome. And it gets a lot more complicated when you have Valkyrie cams. The next thing on my list is peeking. This is a huge one because it's considered dirty to a lot of people. It's peeking outside towards the attackers.
Why is that?
It's mainly because it doesn't give. A lot of people feel like it doesn't give them a chance to actually really attack, and it just is. It's like sweeping their leg. They just. It's hard to counter, right? And honestly, it's not too hard to counter. You just got to be prepared for it. Some moves you'll never have seen before, like this one right here. I've never seen anybody use this other than me. I came up with this one just thinking, oh hey, my objective's up here. I know most people would rush for the rappel, so you can quickly get a couple of shots in on somebody or something like that, and it will truly help. This game is everything's fair in love and war with this game. You as long as you're not jumping out when they're spawning and shooting them in their face, that's when it's dirty. And like I said, there's tons of times where I'm attacking and I kill them. There's very rare times I actually get peeked by somebody and I'm not ready for it. And another good thing is to place a camera if you have issues, right? Place a camera outside, you'll see exactly where they're positioned, and it will help you just catch them right off guard. And then of course, see, they're watching through the cameras to see where you are, take it out real quick. Now, this one's a difficult one. It's hard to get footage, but this one's enemy pathing. Most of the time, enemies will attack from the same direction, just because, their team is there. They flock together, they put a lot of pressure, and you'll kill one, you know that somebody else is going to come right after them. And it makes it so much easier. Or if they're on the same windows outside, just because you killed one doesn't mean that there's not going to be another one. And you'll see right here, I already killed one guy rappelling on a window, and then I killed those two guys that were pushing from there. And I just pop out, oh hey, look, there's another one, dead. And just along with the basic knowledge, it really helps. With some maps, there's very limited entryways and places to move through it, which is not so good, but every map's different, and that's what makes this game so much fun. And depending on the game type, it makes it easier to attack or defend, as long as, your teammates are cooperating. And right here, as a defender, I'm mainly just doing a lot of pressure on doors and windows and hallways that I feel that they can push from, and run down that timer as long as you as much time as you can. Run down that timer, and
because then they have to be more aggressive.
Yes, then they have to be more aggressive, and then they make more mistakes, and that's the huge thing. They'll also be afraid to move up, right? Just because you put some if they don't see anything, they won't move most of the time. They'll move, sorry, they will move. If they see somebody, they'll take their time. But you want to catch them off guard, like right here. I just end up flanking right behind that guy. But this was pretty much my overview of it. Don't forget to have fun with the game, obviously. Like right here, I'm just fucking with this guy. But tell me what you think about the video. Ross, did you like this?
Yeah, I see, a lot of the strategy of this game, it goes one of two ways. Number one, you see what the guy is doing and you prepare for it, and then the other aspect is anticipation.